Muslim prayer. Now, if you notice, we stand, and we said before that we stand shoulder to shoulder, toe to toe, as to not to allow any type of influence, negative or otherwise, to get in between us. Then you also notice that we bowed our heads. Now, the point of us putting our heads on the ground itself exemplifies the closeness to the one that created us. When we communicate with the one that created us, we have no intermediaries. No one comes in between us and the God that we serve. So we place on our heads on the ground to show our complete submission to the one that created us. Now, when we stand in that position where you see we put our hands on our waist and hold ourselves, it looks like we're holding ourselves. Well, it really exemplifies the one who stands upright before the one that creates him, the God that creates him. He stands in an upright position, ready to receive blessings, mercy, and forgiveness. So our prayer is very exemplary of the human development, as well as structurally sound for the human sentiment and its growth spiritually. Now that sounds like a whole lot of stuff, and it really isn't. It's very simple. When you go before God, you go before him humbly, begging his forgiveness and seeking his mercy, and that's all it is. Nothing supernatural about what it is that we do. Some of our Christian brothers and sisters just came through Easter, and when Christ was in the garden and in Gethsemane, in places where he was being tested, this is how he prayed, with his head on the ground, begging for God's mercy. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Begging for his mercy, begging for his forgiveness, begging for his blessings to get through those 40 days, right? So what we come to do is share with you the similarities of mind and spirit. That's what we come to do today, to enable you to see that we are just like you. Many of us are ex-cons, ex-drug dealers, ex-people that may be still doing what they're doing in these projects. We are those people. We used to be just like some of what you're going through, and we came through it. And you know what saved us? Common sense. Two things happen to a person that violates the law. He either ends up in jail or ends up 6 feet under. And in between that, you got to figure out how you're going to get to that other side. So what we've done is chosen a path that would get us to that other side with some dignity and some respect. And that's all we ask of any individual that we encounter. Show us your dignity and we'll give you respect. With that, I'll move to the next speaker. Brother Imam, would you take over from me? Because I will go on and on and on. And I'm not a public speaker.